There's a version of you that never sleeps in, never skips training, never wastes time. There's a version of you who never fails. It is waiting for you. Genuinely ask yourself a question, you at home. If you had done those things for the last 2 years, you never skipped a training, you never wasted time, you never scrolled TikTok, you never sat aimlessly on the internet typing in garbage, never played video games, you never wasted time. You never skipped training. You were training every single day. You never slept in. You were never lazy. There's this version of you. Imagine the person you would be. Genuinely imagine what you would look like. Imagine where you would live. Imagine the car you would drive. Imagine how much your woman would respect you. Imagine the love you would see in her eyes when she looks at you with adoration like a king. Imagine your existence. That person is waiting for you. And the only thing that's stopping you from being that person is your monumental laziness. You can have it. The universe is very giving. It will give you anything you work for. I've never seen somebody try for something with all of their might and not get it. The only people who do not have the things they want are the people who do not try for them. I've never seen a person wake up and say, my only dedication in life is to solve a Rubik's Cube and fail. You are not stupid. You are not incompetent. You are lazy and arrogant. It's extremely important you understand that that person is waiting for you and you are declining that version of yourself. In the multiverse, in the many different versions of the universe that exist, there is a version of you that does those exact things. And he is a greater person than you can even fathom. You can transform yourself into that guy. You can be a top G. That's exactly what I did. I knew who I was going to have to end up being before I became that person. My brother and I are not from rich families. We are not from advantaged beginnings. But I knew I had to be a big, strong, fighting billionaire. That's what I knew I had to be. Evolution requires pain. While others complain that they do not feel happy enough, I'm happy I'm struggling. I don't want to be happy. I want to be great. This is the beauty of life as a man. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you're engaged in mortal combat against me, the top G. Somehow, grace from God, a miracle, you have managed to survive longer than a few seconds. You have me in a chokehold and I have you in a chokehold. Both of us are losing air. You're sitting there struggling, understanding you're in pain, about to pass out, wishing you could breathe, and you look across at me, and I'm smiling. You understand? I don't care. I'm happy to be struggling. I wanted to fight. You wanted to win. I wanted to fight. That's the difference. You're concerned with winning. I wanted to just fight. And we're fighting. That is the beauty of life as a man, to be great. If you concern yourself only with being happy, you are once again acting like a female or a child. Happiness is fleeting. It doesn't even matter if you're concerned only with the hedonism of happiness. You're going to drink alcohol and go to parties and go to festivals and take drugs. I want to be happy. Who cares? I want to be great. I want to be great all of the time. And let me ask you a question as a man at home, genuinely, truthfully. Would you rather be a loser who's always smiling, a happy loser, or would you rather be a stressed winner? I don't understand how you at home are not suffering in your mind from the flame and pain of your insignificance. Don't you look in the mirror and hate yourself because nobody knows your name? How does it not bother you that all of the beautiful women all around the world are emailing us, begging for our children, and if you were to go up to them and offer them everything, your time, your money, your dedication, they would reject you. The women you chase don't reply because they're messaging us and we don't reply. How do you exist in this frame of mind without feeling a deep shame? And when I come along and say, hello, down there, from the tip top, there's space at the top, because if I can free enough of you, we can beat the Matrix. I'm not a philanthropist. I don't give a shit about losers like you, but I do give a shit if enough people are awake and financially free and strong and resist oppression, we can save humanity. All I need you to do is follow the blueprint. I've written it out for you. It's written here. Please. It'll benefit your life. It will benefit the lives of the people you love. It'll save the human race from slavery. And I'm up here and I've proved to you that it can be done. Come join me. It's hard. Of course it's hard. Dipshit. If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be valuable. That's the whole point.
It's often not even hard. You just have to continue to try for a little bit. If you go to the gym and you give 100% effort once a month, you're going to look like shit. If you go to the gym and give 60% effort every day, you're going to look great. It's not even difficult. We talk about hard. Truthfully, it's just consistency. You just have to continue to try every day. Once you get to the upper echelon, once you're amongst the elites and you must optimize, then you need to try 100% every day. But at the beginning, to get ahead of most people, you just have to show up. That's it, because most people can't show up every day. Most people can't show up 30 days in a row. You just have to show up 30 days in a row without excuses, without garbage lies, without cope, without show up 30 days in a row. If you can do that, you're going to beat 80%. From there, you go outwork the other 20%. But you'll be 80% just showing up.
If you're injecting struggle, and that struggle, solving those problems lead to a positive place, once you become addicted to it, you're going to become a machine of monumental achievement. There are some very simple, basic things you can do. Weight training, chess, having debates, trying your very best to take care of your mother, retire her, make sure that your people who you love are taken care of. You need goals and resistance and something to fight against to live well. Because the distance between pain and joy is what we experience. If you only have joy all of the time and no pain, you are not going to be happy. People are afraid of accepting there's a problem because then they know they have a responsibility.
Yeah, then you got to do something.
Then you have to do something.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do anything. One, because they're lazy, and two, because they're afraid they might lose. So they'd rather pretend there's no problem at all. And I think I often say to people in a lot of my videos about a lot of other subjects that it's not always the winning and the losing. It's the fighting in the first place.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of men in history you remember who ended up losing in the end. Napoleon, for example. I can name the hundreds who still fought, which is why they mattered. It's not, if you're only going to fight when you're guaranteed to win, then no bravery is required. If I go into the boxing ring and I get to fight and it's all rigged, I don't need bravery, right? If I know that I'm going to win no matter what, there's no bravery. It's the possibility you may lose.
Yeah.
And this is what we need to do, is stop getting people obsessed with the idea of winning and just get them obsessed with the idea of fighting in the first place because it's the right thing to do. You have to fight because it's the right thing to do and because God is watching. And you have to fight so that you can look back on your life and feel happy that you tried to do something when you knew it was going on before it was too late.
Exactly.
Stop sitting there saying, well, we don't stand a chance of winning. Forget about the winning and losing for now. Focus on the fight. Because there's a lot of people who love winning who do certain things, but they're never going to be as capable as the people who simply love fighting. Assume the worst now. Assume all of your bills double, your rent doubles, your mortgage doubles, your grocery costs, your car insurance, it all doubles now. How would you pay those bills as it stands today? And if the answer is you don't know, then work harder until you can. You should prepare for that now so that when it happens, you're ready for it. It's amazing how many difficult situations you can avoid in life by simply assuming they're going to come and preparing. Because if you're wrong, you know the greatest thing about being one of the best predictors on the planet like I am?
We were prepared for everything.
I'm prepared for everything. And if I'm ever wrong, then I'm in a fantastic position because I prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
So I can't lose if I think ahead and over prepare.